Tell me why when my tombstone is blank, 'cause I'm not the one who won't try. I'm not letting life pass me by. And tell me when the days are less gray. And tell me where is the road to less pain. How many days
Happy Tuesday, Flex Zone family. We back at it again. June 24th, 2025. NXT got the Evolution Eliminator Fatal 4-Way match tonight. Trick Williams puts the TNA title on the line, and so much more happening on NXT Heritage Cup match. And you guys know the drill. Hit the like button, hit the bell, subscribe, become a member. Hit the join button down below. $4.99. Support what we do here on the Flex Zone. And as always, joined by my right hand man, the big goose, the workhorse, the Flex Zone champion himself. You can check him out each and every day on his channel, Kicking It with Leo, Gaming, Horror, and Pro Wrestling. And he is NXT helping Liv Morgan recover, the one and only Kicking It with Leo.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? What's going on?
How you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling good. I mean, looking forward to NXT tonight, seeing what they have in store as we head into Evolution and so on and so forth. So we'll see.
I see you got a new mic, Leo. I like it. How you feel
I
about it?
appreciate it.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I mean, it sounds good. Sounds good. I kind of did a little bit of editing with it and whatnot. So I'm excited. Came in. It's crazy. It's supposed to come Saturday and it ended up coming today, and it literally, I woke up and the first thing I used to do was check my phone, and I had a notification. I was like, "Oh, you received it," and it's like what, not even 7 in the morning here. So I ended up went and go ahead
Nice,
and I hooked it up and went from there.
nice, nice. So you got your boom arm and everything. You good to go.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Looking like a real pro over there.
Well, I told myself I want to take my YouTube stuff seriously, so why not look the part?
Looks good. Sounds good. Hey man, I saw it before you even said something. So definitely
Yeah,
make sure
yeah.
you check out Leo's channel as we have another busy week as well. We're gonna try to get some predictions going. Trying to do Thursday. I don't know what time yet. So I'll
Yeah,
keep.
Alex, I did appreciate you watching my recent video. I did a whole gauntlet with Liv Morgan. Unfortunately, we went through both Seth and Roman, and we went through Under the Giant. Unfortunately, we ended up losing the gauntlet match to none other than Natalia because of a submission. We fought for a minute, and then we end up tapping out.
Oh man, gotta love it.
Had us in a submission for a whole minute, then we end up tapping.
Gosh, that's funny. That's funny.
But yeah. And then they give you actually an XLR cable, so if I end up getting an interface, I can actually use it.
Okay, nice, 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 nice.
Yeah, so Brian, if you need the link to this one that I got, I can definitely send you that.
Okay.
And it's affordable, so you don't have to worry about breaking the bank.
Yeah, I feel you. I definitely ain't trying to break the bank. Yeah, KD, I can't
And
wait
if
for the
you're
flip.
not down with Live, we got 2 words for you. Facts. When y'all doing predictions for Night of Champions, I plan to do predictions on my channel. I plan to do predictions with the Flex Zone. Tomorrow night I might be late to AW. I will still do AW tomorrow, you guys, but I do have a guest, none other than Rated M, talking things wrestling. So you guys can tune in for that tomorrow night, before roughly around AEW time. So
Probably Thursday afternoon if I can get home in time. I'll probably try to do Thursday afternoon. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Because I mean, honestly, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Most of these matches I don't care about on Night of Champions,
I mean, the only match
and
I'm really looking forward to is probably like the Punk and Cena match, and then maybe to an extent Rhea and Raquel, just because there could be interference, but
yeah,
that's neither here or there.
as I said, the King and Queen in the ring matches and Cody. I mean, Cena and Punk. But I gotta look at the card again. But yeah, we'll see.
Well, I
We'll see.
mean, the match
So
that we
what?
have right
Five
now
matches?
is
Six
both
matches?
5 matches because we have Jade versus Asuka. That's one. Cody versus Randy. We have Cena versus Cody. No, Cena versus Punk. We got Raquel versus Rhea, and we got Sammy versus Carrion. So that's 5 matches.
Yeah, like I said, it won't be a long predictions if we'll probably go do them Thursday.
And yeah, Alex, I did see your comment where you said Celtics traded Porzingis to the Hawks. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It seems like for them being one of the better teams kind of just went under some reconstructing. So I don't know.
Definitely interesting.
And then I'm surprised that they traded what's his name? What's his name?
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
isn't the draft this week too?
Tomorrow, same time as AEW. So we will be doing draft mainly, and AEW will be.
Secondary.
But
It's
yes.
okay.
Oh yeah,
I'd probably
Solo
join you
win.
for that. Yeah.
Shoot. Oh yeah, so Jacob and Solo. Forgot that's match. 6 matches. Yeah.
Oh yes, Solo and Fire too. So yeah, 6 months.
Saudi gets 6 matches. Us here in the States, we only get 5. Okay, and you have to pay a lot of money for it.
Yeah, they do. You surely do. And you
That's
better be
gonna be
prepared to.
I don't. That may be the most unpredictable match. Is the 5-2 solo match?
Because it's like, could we have people, debut? Could we have Hikaleo show up and help Solo win the title, or we're gonna have Jacob retain with the help of maybe a Jimmy Uso because they did tease that on SmackDown this past week. So there's multiple routes that they could take it in, and I don't think I would be upset if they were to give Solo the win because you can have Solo win with keeping Jacob looking strong even in defeat. Because I even said like when Jacob does lose that belt, he's not going to lose it straight up clean. Like I feel like there's going to be some shenanigans, or they might put him in a multi-man match where he loses it there without even taking the pin.
Agreed. That's what I said. I mean, Solo's been doing a hell of a job, so I'm not mad if he does win because, like I said, it makes sense for the story because they could run it back at SummerSlam or whatever they want to do. But
when do you see Roman returning? I see Roman potentially returning either at Night of Champions or they might wait till SummerSlam.
I think Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, well, I forgot. They might do that either Night of Champions or Saturday Night event because they probably want to have Roman. They want Roman on SummerSlam. So, especially with the being 2 nights, they're going to want him on that show. What if Tama Tonga returns and helps Solo because Jimmy will help Fatu? Could be possible. I mean, it's possible. I don't know the severity of like the Tongans' injuries and stuff, but I could see it happening.
That's another thing too, because they were teasing before the year, like Jimmy going after the U.S. title. Like maybe this could be a way to get Jimmy the U.S. title eventually. Maybe Solo could beat Jacob and Jimmy could beat Solo. I don't know, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's definitely going to win that. I think they're going to have him win at some point.
I'm like Jimmy deserves something.
Like Jimmy does. I'm gonna be. This might be a hot take. Jimmy Uso, to me personally, is better than Jay. Just be honest.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you with that.
Because Jimmy just seems better in the ring, and like overall, it's better on promos with a lot of the wrestlers and stuff. So he's overall more enjoyable.
Either that or put Jimmy and Jay back together, and we could do the Usos.
Well, they did say that they probably have plans to put the Usos back together on Raw this year at some point.
That would help the tag division.
Yeah, the struggling tag division. I think Roman is returning at Night of Champions to stop Seth's cash in. I can see them doing that. That's what I think, Katie. I think they have him come in at Night of Champions to stop Seth from winning and cashing in. Then we could just do Seth and Roman at SummerSlam. Because that's a big money match to do on your show.
Yeah. I agree. I don't even know why this match is happening, but
I don't really care about this match, to be honest. We know he's retaining.
I mean,
I don't think he's not.
I like what they're doing with Trick, but I'm trying to see who they're going to have him defend against because they mentioned Slammiversary, so I guess
Slammiversary is next month, so they probably
So I guess they're probably going to build that up.
I think they said they might have him defend. Wait, a women's casino battle royal?
Yes, we have two of them. Well, Leo, they could use my idea. Remember that idea I gave you months ago? They could have Willow or whoever you want to win, and Mercedes could beat Tony, and then she could cash in and
Willow.
Yeah.
Willow's the perfect person to win that.
I said this like 4 months ago, but let's see if
I don't know who wins the men's. Would you have
probably Darby? I feel like it's gonna be Darby, bro.
Why do I feel like it should be Will Ospreay potentially?
But I think they're gonna do Ospreay and Swerve versus the Young Bucks.
Well, did you know that they've been having what's his name in the tag division, Motor City. So the speculation is when there was reports as words they were going to sign, AEW really wanted them, and Motor City Guns were close to signing. And guess what the plan was, Burn?
What?
Motor City versus the Young Bucks at All In this year for the AEW tag titles. That was the plan.
That would
have been a great match.
Yeah. I mean, hate to say it, but it's better than anything they're doing in WWE right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're the cornerstone of the tag division, but they're starting to lose. Yeah, and I even looked at on their win-loss record since April, they haven't really won any matches.
They need to go to Raw. I think them and LA Knight could go to Raw, and then you can move whoever to SmackDown. I don't know. I think LA Knight needs to go to Raw.
I'm trying to see, because I think you split it. Would you send Fraxium over there, or you keep Fraxium on SmackDown?
I'd probably keep them on SmackDown because I think they're going to eventually beat whoever. I feel like the Wyatts probably going to win the tag titles, but I would have them beat the Wyatts. I would have them beat the Wyatts at SummerSlam or something.
Could they have on SmackDown 3 title changes? I feel like at least one is going to happen.
Because they got what? Julia's winning.
Julia's winning. You got the Wyatt 6 versus Street Profits.
It's going to be a DQ or something, maybe.
And then you have last woman standing, Tiffany versus Nia.
I think Tiffany wins because Tiffany's defending against probably Jade at SummerSlam with the potential of Naomi cashing in, possibly. But I don't know what they're doing with Evolution. They haven't announced nothing for that show.
Apparently, they're about to do Asuka and
EO for that show.
Yeah, potentially.
I mean,
because I think they said they might be doing EO and Rhea at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Mr. Hendry. Are we going to do this rematch? So we're just basically doing the same thing they're going to do with Cody and Cena?
Probably.
Oh, gosh. I wanted Mike Santana to win it, but it's cool. It's going to be Joe Hendry probably winning it back. I hate when they do that, when they just stand there.
Who would be your personal top 4 male and female wrestlers in the world today?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I mean, women, I'm going to say Toni Storm.
Top 4?
I'm going to say Toni Storm, Stephanie McCourt, Liv Morgan, and I would say EO. Men, I'm going to say Seth, Will Ospreay, Swerve, and Dom. Not Dom, maybe Finn. Even though he doesn't really win.
In the world today? Any promotion? Men, Ospreay, Gunther, Cody.
Gunther, yeah.
I want to say Seth. Part of me kind of wants to say Hangman. Part of me kind of wants to say MJF.
I don't think you can. I think if you mention any one of those names, you wouldn't be wrong.
Seth. I'll go Seth right now because right now he's
killing it.
His stable is hit or miss depending on who you ask, but he's puts on great matches every match. I give him that. Those are probably my top 4. No particular order, by the way. And then if I had a 5th, it'd probably be Hangman at 5. If Drew or maybe Drew McIntyre, but Drew's kind of hurt right now.
I mean, Damien is even a sleeper pick if you wanted to put him in the conversation.
I think I might do that this year. I want to rank like the top wrestlers. You know how they do like a ranking, like my personal, because the way they do it is stupid. The way they judge it is weird. Like they do from certain dates to certain dates. I'm like, bro, we watch wrestling 365. Just go from January to December. Don't make it complicated. But that's probably my time. Women wise,
I already said Storm. Yeah, Toni Storm. EO's good in the ring. Like,
it's tough, man. That is tough.
I think the 4 that I have to go is EO.
I still got to put Bianca in there.
Bianca's definitely. I would say for me personally, I have to say EO, Stephanie, Tony, Liv.
Tough.
Even though I feel like Liv might go down on my list, unfortunately, just because she's injured and you still have she's not going to be back until 2026. So I don't know where she'll probably still be at least in my top 5. I'm trying to see if I'm going to do a top 5 list or a top 10.
I think top 10 because there's so many good. There's a lot of good wrestlers. It's
Because
hard to
Athena's
choose.
good. I mean, like you look at Athena's good. Like a lot of wrestlers are really good, but even though they don't really get the opportunity to show how good they are, Tony Khan. But still,
Like
like
even somebody like Naomi, she may not be top 5, but she at the end of
a
this year she could be in the top
good
10.
character.
Yeah, her
Yeah,
character work
because like
alone. So
yeah,
I think I'll do something. I think we could do something like that at the end of the year, like rank everybody. The combination of everything.
do
Obviously,
like a end of the
in-ring
year
character.
awards.
Yeah, like in-ring character, all that stuff. Because, like you said, Liv's in-ring may not be the best, but the character work is really good, just like Naomi. But certain people, like Mercedes, has really good matches, but no character work. So it's like
Yeah,
it's hard to tell.
Alex has Liv will always. Yeah, you got a point there, but I mean, the thing with Liv is like I think she's starting to get more and more better in the ring. I feel like we were starting to see that before her injury.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how they're going to switch this evolution. I guess they're going to do Raquel and Roxanne against.
For the tag titles against
Yeah,
potentially, I don't know. I know they said Bella Twins, but it looks like Brie hasn't been given an offer to come in, so it looks like they
that's
might do Nikki and Rhea.
that's
I
so
don't think,
stupid, bro. Like that
but
match is so
I feel
stupid.
like we're gonna see at Night of Champions this weekend. We're gonna see Rhea and Raquel because it's a street fight. I do expect Roxanne to potentially get involved, to cost Rhea the match, or maybe surprisingly enough, we get Nikki Bella. Maybe Nikki Bella shows up. And then from there we can tease what we're gonna do at not Night of Champions Evolution.
Mm. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in Night of Champions. I think it will be some surprises because every time they go to Saudi, they do like to throw a little bit of some surprises in there because they're in Saudi. So I'm expecting, like you said, we could see Hikaleo, we could see Roman back, we could see,
Nikki
I don't
Bella
know,
probably
somebody could get, like you said, the
Roxanne.
street fight with Rhea and Roxanne. Rhea with Rhea and Raquel. Could Roxanne get involved? You know,
Nikki Bella might show up if that they do plan to do Nikki and Rhea for the tag titles.
hmm
Well, I think they even said that one of the plans that they want to do for next year is potentially doing Stephanie and Rhea for the IC, or there are potential rumors right now, Brian, and you might not know how you feel about this, but to potentially do Paige coming back because Paige said in an interview recently that if she comes back to WWE, she wants to face Rhea Ripley or have a tag team with Rhea. So that is potentially on the table.
I just, I don't know, man. I just feel like I don't know. Like I don't know what they're doing with Rhea. Like, okay, yeah, she's
I
not gonna
mean,
be
I think the thing is they want to have her out of the title picture for right now, and then bring her back. Because here's the thing: Rhea was not going to be factored until SummerSlam, but you got to think they might have to switch things around because apparently, Byron, the rumor was, and this was true, Liv was supposed to face Io at Night of Champions. That was the match that took place. So the match that you see with Rhea and Raquel, that was supposed to be Io and Liv for the women's championship.
Who are these people?
What am I seeing right now?
I guess they must play for Florida football. I mean, no offense. I'm sure they're good players, but I don't know who the hell they are. Oh, we're gonna do Miles Born and Lexus King.
Yeah, and pretty much if he
I
wins,
guess
he
they're
gets to leave.
I guess they're slowly building up Miles Born.
Yeah,
Hope we
I
don't
guess
forget
they're making a
about.
storyline where everyone leaves.
I hope we don't forget about other people who need to be pushed, like Javon Evans and.
Bro,
I don't,
please don't. Javon Evans is only 20, bro. Come on now.
but
We can't be from the back with him.
you know how wrestling is, though, man.
Yeah.
Somebody gets hot, then somebody else comes in and get pushed down. It's weird.
It's ongoing like cycle at this point.
Yeah, that's weird. If Jordan Grace don't win this match tonight, I don't know what the hell they're doing with her. I'll just say that before anything
But
else.
here's the thing. Okay. So if she wins the title, how long do you think she's gonna hold that title for? Because I think the end goal is to have Mariah May. I'm not calling her Blake.
I was about to say, I think hot take JC Jane might retain, and then she's going to drop it to Blake Monroe. I got to get used to that too. Maybe at the next pay per view after Great American Bash or Evolution, because they are teasing it last week, but
Yeah.
I don't think.
But then
because they
it's
said
like,
Jordan's going to SmackDown, so maybe she loses, Jordan goes to SmackDown, and then we have the draft, like they said around SummerSlam. She goes to SmackDown, and then JC loses to Blake Monroe at the next event, like in the summer.
yeah,
Spring with
because there's
Wolf.
different matches being speculated, at least what they want to do with the women. I
Like,
mean, I was just
she'll
talking
be
to
a
Key.
transitional champion, but she'll win at least like one of her matches.
Oh,
What's up, Wolf?
That's good. But I think what they're
Uh,
gonna do, Burn, is like I was talking to Key. He said that Kiana might be heading to SmackDown when she does come back, and they have plans to potentially put her in a feud with Charlotte, even if it's short term. But um, having her be part of the mid card title scene, I can definitely see them doing that. But I feel like right now there are different storylines that they want to do, and one of the storylines that they want to do, Byron, for Mania is doing Julia versus Stephanie Vacour, because there's potential plans to do Stephanie going over to SmackDown and challenging Julia at Mania for the title.
I was gonna say it makes sense because if Julia wins the U.S. title, which probably will happen on Friday, she's gonna probably keep it for a while.
I think Stephanie is the perfect person to take the title from her. Because I think they even said that when they came into the main roster, they want to do this on a big PLE. And doing this at Mania would be a really cool thing. And plus, the match is going to really cook if given enough time to do so. So why not?
one problem regarding Jordan. I think Jordan should not go to main roster anymore.
You don't think she's ready?
No, her presentation is stinker.
With them
That
changing her theme song.
that
everything.
theme is disastrously bad. She is like right now. I'm worried she's going to get more crickets than Selena, and we know what the reactions for Selena is.
Well, I said this, Wolf. If she loses tonight, that lets me know how they feel about it.
Yeah. Well, no,
Alex,
obviously
obviously-
Jordan's obviously winning the 4-way tonight. Like, of course, Jordan Grace is going to be at Evolution, but
I kind of
it's
want to see
it's
Jordan
just,
Grace and Blake Monroe. That's her name. Yeah, Blake Monroe. Maybe they could do that match. I don't know. But I'm with Wolf. She doesn't really need to go to the main roster right now because it's like you just had Stephanie come up. You got Roxanne doing her thing. You got Julia about to
Julia
be
up
the
there,
champion.
so-
You got Naomi with Money in the Bank. Got Tiffany Stratton. You got Bianca coming back.
Not only that, but Roxanne. I'm feeling rocky about Roxanne because with her loss to Jade, Roxanne is the one with the most losses in all of WWE in 2025.
I think
Wolf,
she'll be okay, Wolf.
Wolf,
I think she will be okay.
Wolf, it's going to be okay because, like I said, by the end of 2025, we are going to be sitting here and she will be your women's world champion. I think she is going to potentially beat Io. If Io can somehow pass up Asuka or Rhea, Roxanne's right there. I think the story is there, especially with Liv being injured. Have Roxanne win the title. You have Dominic potentially side with Roxanne. You have Raquel. They're already teasing Raquel siding with Roxanne as well. You do that. Have Liv come back as an edge or babyface where everybody in the gym has turned on her. Have her win the Rumble. Then you could set up Liv versus Roxanne for the title. I think it makes sense if we're doing a long-term story build here.
Or you could just have Roxanne win it at the Rumble.
I don't think Dom will turn on Liv. I think
Raquel does go with her, but I think Liv and Dom stay together, and I think we still have a story going into Mania where Dom turns at Mania.
Because apparently the plan was
Dom turning face with Liv.
Yeah, but also doing a tag match between Dom and Liv against Finn and Roxanne.
Well, I think what you do is if Liv does come back as a face, Dom turns face like shortly after like the Rumble, depending on what we're doing. And what you could do is do this at Chamber. Do it at Chamber. I think that's the best way to do it. Do it at Chamber. You could do Liv and Dom versus Finn and Roxanne.
Dom's turning face whenever they do.
But I don't know what they're okay. But apparently, I was talking to Key. I was talking to my Key, shout out my brother, but he was giving me an idea what they could be doing. Remember before when Edge was still there, and you had that version of the Judgment Day was Edge, Rhea, and
Damian.
Apparently, remember who was the first people to go up against them? It was Finn, AJ, and Liv. Now, if they do turn Finn face, I could see them doing that, but I don't think that's gonna happen only because of what we've been seeing. And also, people have been throwing out the deal. Maybe we do for one night only, Liv and Rhea teaming up to face Raquel and Roxanne potentially at Chamber. But I don't think they would do that only because I feel like if
No.
they're going to do a Chamber match, Rhea's probably more likely going to be involved in that.
I think they're gonna turn Dominic face, to be honest.
Now, I
Yeah.
think, would you have him turn at Mania itself, or would you have him turn in the road to WrestleMania? Because we know Road to WrestleMania is known for doing
No,
many
no,
twists
no.
and turns.
Dom's turning face way before that. Way before that. I assume they're doing Dom. They're gonna move Dom and AJ to Saturday night's main event.
And then we have the turn there, and then we do
Finn turns
Finn.
on Dominic.
And
So
we do
Dominic
Finn and
becomes
Dom at SummerSlam.
right, and that becomes.
Now, my thing is this.
And
Okay,
Dom
so
will be face then.
at the show, would we do something similar to what Damian Priest did last year, where with the whole when Finn Balor caused Damian Priest the match, will we see that from Raquel and JD and Roxanne? Would any of them, side with Finn Balor to help him win?
JD would side with Balor.
What
And
about
probably Roxanne?
And then I would say
And-
Raquel probably would too, because Raquel, they're already teasing Raquel and Roxanne being buddy.
Right.
Unless what you do, Wolf, I don't know how you feel about this, but if they do end up going this route with having Roxanne and Raquel buddy, I could see a situation where they kind of do what they used to do a couple years ago in the lead up to Manias, where if somebody's a Royal Rumble winner and they're facing somebody, they end up having somebody face them at Chamber. So I could see a situation where we do have Liv win the Rumble, but like her final stop before facing Roxanne is facing Raquel potentially at Chamber.
Maybe. I don't know.
Who has the best title reign right now amongst all major wrestling champions? Ooh, I would say Jacob. I would say either it's Jacob potentially.
Tony Storm.
Best title reign.
Tony. AEW is Tony Storm, but WWE I'm gonna say it's either Jacob or Obafemi.
It's no one in AEW. It's no one in AEW. It's no one in AEW. It's no one in
No,
AEW.
I'd say Tony.
Tony's just has random matches and beats people. It's just like if it's not Mariah May, it's no story. Best title reign? I don't know. Most of these titles mean absolutely shit. Most of these titles.
I will say this though, Vern. At least with the U.S. title, Jacobs made it mean
Jacobs
something.
Is getting going, but it could end on Saturday, so I can't say yet. If it ends,
Obafemi is not bad.
But
it's like he's kind of ran out of people to face though. That's the thing.
Right now,
would I be crazy if I said the SmackDown tag titles?
Profits, I don't think have done.
No, I'm just saying the division as a whole, but it's
the
really
division
good,
is great, but profits specifically,
it is.
Is
Sol
X-Division cool?
Ruka, NXT Women's North American title. There you go. It's Sol Ruka. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll give Sol Ruka. I don't know. TNA. Who's the X Division champion in TNA?
Moose. He's facing.
It might be Moose.
Our boy.
Maybe it's Moose.
But he's facing our boy at Anniversary.
Masha.
Who's our boy? The one that flipped and fell.
Leon Slater.
Oh, so he's getting his lick back. So he's gonna win a title.
Yeah,
probably.
The Anniversary, bro.
Okay, a long-term booking. I'm cool with that.
Hey.
But we'll probably stream Anniversary in some capacity. Even if I'm not here, we'll still stream it. But
it's in July, so we got time.
Yeah, I know my dates are weird. Might have something going on, but we'll be streaming it. It'll be interesting.
Masha, I think Masha has a very good reign.
Oh, yeah, Masha's pretty good too. I just haven't really kept up.
She's really good in the ring.
I just know she's beat the racist, so that's a good win for me.
That's a good win. We love that. Yep.
My
thing is this. I wonder who's going to take the title from Ethan Page.
Bro, they should never let
Probably
Ricky lose it. They need to call Ethan up.
Wait, isn't that match happening tonight?
No.
Who knows? They fight every week. It's just like a feud that never ends. It's just one of those feuds that goes on forever.
I thought they said last week they were facing this week.
Maybe they are.
I don't know.
They still haven't announced the match for Great American Bash, by the way. Just
okay. What does Tavion Heights got going on with this mask?
Something happened to his mouth. I think I don't know.
Why does he? You know,
maybe a wolf question. But yeah.
If you watch those certain videos and they wear those certain costumes,
he looks like Hannibal Lecter.
and they wear those certain costumes, and one of them looks like a dog. Yeah, this is exactly what this reminds me of right now.
Interesting. Okay, well, Javon Evans was. I think he's had something happen to his mouth. I don't know what. Just, yeah.
I'm surprised they traded Drew Holiday to Portland. I don't know why.
Apparently they're trying
Why?
to get rid of money. It's money. Money, Leo. It's always money.
Yeah,
It's like, why is
So-
WWE going to Saudi Arabia in the middle of a potential war? Money. That's why. Okay. Oh,
I mean, hey, I give props to
there
Dominic. Props to Dominic because Dominic didn't want to go.
Dom stood on business.
He said, "I'm not going to Saudi Arabia. You can miss me with that." So, like, they're gonna save that for Saturday night main event, like you said.
I mean, maybe AJ didn't want to.
No.
Oh,
AJ's been there before.
Oh, Wolf, we may have a match for Great American Bash if they announce it. Jasper Troy and Javon Evans may be a match.
Good.
What happened?
Well,
Goodness.
Jasper Troy just attacked
Jasper
Javon
and
Evans, so
Javon.
I'm guessing
yeah.
that'll be a Great American Bash match
Good. I want it. I love it.
with Jasper
Need
probably
it.
winning Leo,
I
which
need
means
it.
our
I guess-
boy, which means our boy is going to lose. Leo, Javon will lose.
I feel like what
It's
they're
fine.
doing is a
It's
slow
fine. He
build
can
to
win.
him potentially rising up the card and then potentially being the one to defeat Obafemi for the title.
He's the only person left, bro. He has to be the person. They can build him up until next Stand and Deliver and let him win the title. Just let him win the title next year. It's easy. Just let him build up.
No, but the thing is, Jasper Javon, I think, is a great story. They could build.
Or maybe they're building up Jasper
Right.
to win the North American title because Ethan Page is a heel. We need someone that can beat him.
But
then
Jasper's
But Jasper's a heel too.
so-
Both you can't have two heels
Wow.
going up against each other. Now it would have made sense
so
if you would have had.
unless they get.
Well, then I don't know who beats Ethan because it's like
It's
I was
gonna
gonna say-
sound icky,
I was gonna say they were gonna probably have Javon defeat him, but I don't think that's the plan anymore.
it's not gonna sound great, Byron. But hear me out. They give it back to Ricky, and
Jasper defeats Ricky.
and Jasper beats Ricky.
I would have just rather Ricky never lost it than drop it to
Yes.
Jasper.
Yeah,
all the
How
hot
much
potato.
longer is Adam Cole's contract in AEW? I think until 2027.
until 2027, and he's probably not going to leave.
I feel like he probably would.
I don't think he will.
I'm not saying
unless
he
things
would, but
change.
I'm-
Unless
I'm-
things change, like
the thing
right
is,
now,
I
he
look
has
at-
given no indication.
Because I
so-
look at like Adam Cole, he has a really great relationship with Triple H, so I wouldn't be surprised if they still have maybe conversations and stuff like that. Maybe he does
he
come
might
back.
consider it, but I don't know. It seems like he's happy in AEW. I don't think it's like personal or anything. It's just
I do think, surprising enough, Chris Jericho would come back.
I don't know. It's probably best that Jericho.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I know you know I might not like this, Wolf, but I feel like in the 2026 Royal Rumble for the men, Chris Jericho will make his return.
I don't see it.
I mean, that was the last time we seen him in WWE was in Saudi at the Greatest Royal
I
Rumble.
mean, I guess that's one way to get people going crazy and upset.
Because the last time we seen him was in Saudi at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Who, Chris Jericho?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Greatest Royal Rumble in 2018. That was
Here
the last
comes
time.
Ricky
Oh.
Saints now, so maybe this is the match.
Interesting. So apparently in WWE 2K25, the WrestleMania 41 pack is available tomorrow. Oh, yay.
Oh, they got Braun Breaker on the Undertaker podcast this week.
That they do.
Do you
they
want
had
me to?
Jay Cargill?
Who gives a
They
shit?
had Jake.
Who gi-
They had
who-
Jay Cargill on Raw recap, and then they have Kevin Owens on Cody
Who
Rhodes
gives-
podcast.
Who gives a shit? Okay.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. If you live,
It's
it's not
only
on either one of these
WWE's
shows.
Undermined way. It's their undermined way to diminish what we do. Oh, let's put out podcasts. We don't want the podcasters. Don't listen to those people. They don't know what they're talking about. Just like Triple. Don't listen to them. Oh, be patient. You don't know anything. Let's just put a list of podcasts out every week that you do listen to. Don't listen to the podcasters out there. Listen to our podcast because we're going to tell you everything is great. I hate that shit. I hate it personally. Because because just because someone's famous doesn't mean their podcast is good, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all right. Undertaker, Michelle McCool. I don't want to
I
hear
mean,
that.
I give a
Cody.
pass because I give a pass to Undertaker to an extent, just because sometimes he does do some funny things, and like with his guests, sometimes it is interesting. Because I remember watching when he had Omos, and it was a really interesting episode, just because it's like one of the people that go to
I like
bat
it
for
better
Omos
without.
is Undertaker.
I think I like it better without Michelle McCool. That's my gripe. Like, why does she have to be
Yeah,
there? Because she's his wife.
probably. Yeah, that's a thing.
Why is she in the Hall of Fame before countless other women who deserve to be in? Because she's the Undertaker's wife.
I mean,
Yes,
I
Wolf.
feel
Yes.
like they kind of run through
No,
almost
it's not
everyone.
Ricky, and it's Ricky and Ashanti Adonis.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Remind me to wake me up when this is over, guys.
Where
Wake me
has
up.
he been?
Who cares?
Sideline?
Uh,
Sideline? The man's been sidelined, isn't he?
This is where
a
NXT
little
goes
bit.
off a cliff.
I mean, the man already lost Carmen Petrovic.
Who cares? I'm surprised he's not released. I'm just gonna be honest.
Is he really getting sturdy?
Oh boy.
I beg your pardon. They don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they do not got this man out here getting sturdy.
Oh dear.
I guess this is a number one contenders match. I
No,
don't know. No, okay.
I feel like
Just
if it was
a
a number
match.
contender, they
Just
probably
a
would have
random
said that.
match. Just a
Yeah.
random match. Okay.
Not the Abdullah Oblongata. This man wrestling in Jordan 5s.
Hey, man.
Why does he, Brian? I know I'm not even trying to compare, but why does Ashanti Adonis got the Jey Uso type of attire on?
He came out dancing too. He was doing some
And then
sort of dance.
he got the little white and pink pants, and he got tennis shoes on. Like, what you trying to do? All he got to do is start doing a yeet.
Hey man. Hey,
Come
man.
on now. Go get your own gimmick, big fella.
Oh.
To be honest, I'm mostly here to just vibe with you guys.
Hey, man, I love the vibe. I'm not
Same.
missing anything on NXT. So it's
We're
okay.
not really missing anything. Like,
Just saying.
I feel like NXT has its hits on some weeks and misses on some other weeks.
I'm just
Then
trying to figure out what they're doing for a Great American Bash. Like no matches.
That's
out.
what I'm saying. Because like literally the
Oh,
same
by
as
the way,
Evolution.
NXT has a double taping.
Today.
Wait, tonight?
Yeah. So next week is taped.
I may not be. I hate tape shows.
Yeah, because it's like
But speaking
hard to
of
avoid
one of the
spoilers.
matches that is
I
set
may
for
not be
next
here.
week's tape,
Oh,
that
what
is set for next week's taping. Joe Hendry versus Wesley.
Wesley buried. Fight.
Yep.
I don't care.
Bro, what did they done with
Bro,
Wesley?
had they dropped the ball, they
like-
dropped the ball.
Bro, it's not even funny. Literally a couple months ago, right? He turned heel. Really great heel turn. But the execution was abysmal and done poorly. And on top of that, he was literally had the potential to be your top face on NXT. And if you would have done it correctly, when you had Obafemi be ascended to the NXT title, you could have built in a story where you could have had Wesley be the one to take the title from Obafemi and had his crowning moment.
Nope.
I completely agree with you. I don't know.
And you
I
could
don't
have
know.
built that up to even take place at this year's Stand and Deliver if you really wanted to.
Yeah, and to make matters worse, like as if we already don't have
Cuts his hair, gets a faction, and loses. The fact that the what was it last week? He was on Evolve, Byron. He was on Evolve just the other week.
So to make matters worse, bad enough we already have the assumption that Wesley will lose. Guess what's happening with Joe Hendry as Lemon first?
Him versus Trick, isn't it?
Him versus Trick, and maybe Mike Santana as well.
So
So
triple
Joe
threat.
Hendry's going to win back the title.
So
Basically.
Hendry.
I would love to see Mike Santana win, but I
Well,
don't.
no, I
think
think
they would do it.
I think Santana will take the title because they seemingly wanted Santana.
Well, did you
like
see
Santana
that? I think
wanted.
WWE WWE said they have interest in Mike Santana. So I don't know if they
I'm
would
pretty
potentially
sure
try to
him
put
and
him
Joe
over.
Hendry will be in NXT by next year. There you go.
Yeah, I
Whenever
Oh,
their
they already
contracts
said
are up.
Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is contracts up by the end of this year.
As I said, whenever their contracts are up, they will be in just like Jordan Grace, it will be in WWE or NXT. And they could use, NXT's men division could use those two.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Joe
Yeah.
Hendry and Mike Santana? Yeah, that'd be great.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they need it.
But
Oh, speaking of which, the Hardy Boys contracts are up this year with TNA.
I would not be surprised if the Hardys have one more run in WWE on the main roster.
But would you be surprised seeing them in NXT? Because they did say before they call it, they want to win those tag titles in NXT.
I could see that.
I
I'm
got
surprised they didn't do it already, actually.
Yeah, when they had them facing Fraxium. But
I
know-
I think Santana will.
and speaking of which, one half of the Hardy Boys, Jeff Hardy, he said in a recent interview, I think probably a couple weeks back or something like that, that before he retires, he wants to have a match with Roman. Before he calls it a career, he wants to have a match with Roman. So I can see them having that match at some point.
So here is one match I think. Here is one match I think we need to think about regarding Night of Champions. Hello? Oh. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was just
you're still good.
okay. So Sammy versus Cross. I have a small worry about it because it's like, who wins?
You know who's winning, Wolf. You know who's winning. We're in Saudi, okay? You
Okay.
know who's winning, okay?
Yes.
All right. I'm just happy he's on the show, and they kind of took what I thought they were going to do anyway.
You know,
have
WWE
Sammy
kind of spoiled the
Raw.
King and Queen of the Ring for you, right?
They spoiled it for me. Oh.
So if you look at, remember like the graphics that you had for like the matches, and you had the different wrestlers who were facing in the finals, and they had the crowns.
Uh-huh.
If you pay attention closer, they got it pegged to the two people that probably gonna end up winning this thing,
Jesus Christ.
They've been
having the
doing
crown on
that.
both of their head.
Yeah.
So was that supposed to be a video and it didn't play? Okay, NXT's having production malfunction.
Oh boy.
Yep, I guess we have another match for Great American Bash. Ethan and Ricky, I'm guessing in some sort of stipulation.
Yeah, maybe like 2 or 3 falls or something.
I'm guessing I'm guessing Ricky would win and Ethan to the main roster. I don't know.
But they did say
Yeah.
they did say this though, Byron. Either Ethan or Ricky will be going to the main roster, and one of those two guys are going to join Seth's faction.
I'm cool with Ethan Page. Let's make it Ethan.
So, here's the thing regarding it's weird because it's like I think there is the possibility that they could have Cross win, like
Win on Night of Champions.
at Night of Champions. Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it.
I wouldn't hate it. I mean, it'd give him a lot of momentum going into.
there is one possibility that they could do. It's kind of very dependent on if they sign these people, because they are free agents. I could see maybe the Righteous coming in and helping Cross win.
I could see that possibly. That could be a nice. I mean, I said to Leo earlier. I said Saudi always gives us at least one surprise every show. We get some sort of surprise.
Yeah,
So,
I
other
mean,
than
I
top
don't.
3 best wrestlers with the best spears in wrestling history: Rhino,
Braun Breaker.
Goldberg. If we're talking like early 2000s, 90s, yes. And then I don't know. Would you put Edge in the conversation as top 3?
For me, no. But
I love him, but no.
He has a great spear. Roman's kind of good. Did
Romans
Batista have
is only good because it has
I don't think
the
Batista ever had a
ooh-ah
spear.
thing.
Batista never had a spear, did he?
I don't know.
no, not as a finisher. No. Yeah, I think Rhino, Goldberg.
I'm gonna say Rhino Goldberg.
Rhino, Prime, Goldberg, and Breaker.
Yeah, Braun Breaker.
Yeah, Braun Breaker. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
spear on Penta was nasty.
Like the other, like I'm like trying to think of other people who had spears. Like,
Charlotte. It's like, no, I'm joking.
no.
I'm joking.
let's see who's
Lashley.
next up next.
Lashley's spear is clean, I think.
Lashley was okay.
That's an interesting question for you, Wolf.
Best AEW signing of all time. Probably Osprey.
Ooh, I'll say maybe.
Or
Yeah,
Swerve.
Are we talking like
Swerve or
free
Osprey?
agent or like day oneer? Because that's two different things.
Because like
Signing, so
Swerve and it's
I
got to
might
be
say-
either
I
Swerve
might say
or
Tony
Lily.
Storm. Might be Tony Storm.
might be Tony.
I feel like the 3 that come to mind.
Osprey is still defining his legacy. Like Tony Storm has been the best
All right.
woman in the industry from
I'm
a character.
trying to
perspective.
think
I would
of,
say
like,
this.
I say Bryan Danielson. That was like the most.
Brian, yeah.
If you would
that-
ask
that
me,
made me mark
if
out.
you would ask me like 2021 or 2022, I would have said Mox, but right now I'm not really like what they're doing with him.
But I think
yeah,
Swerve is
well,
a good
Mox
one
kind
too.
of was like.
I feel like
Roman,
I feel like honestly, if you want to be honest, Moxley is the Roman Reigns of AEW, like the cornerstone of AEW. If you want to be honest.
Swerve
all
was
right,
a really good signing.
thinking about it.
Because nobody saw Swerve coming. Nobody saw this for Swerve.
Yeah, nobody saw Swerve come.
Not being in the
Literally,
position that he is now,
Swerve-
and
Swerve's
the
one
fact
of the
that he
pillars now too.
he's good.
Swerve.
And then it's on top of that, like Lily being one of having signed a lucrative contract with AEW.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
taking all Tony's money.
All right, actually, there is, I think, probably
still-
one person. One person I can see that is probably better. Christian Cage. That
What are they
he's-
doing with
That
him?
might
It
be the
seems
most
like
underrated signing. That might-
underrated one, yes, but it's like he's had
Well,
he's had
he's
some
like-
great spots, but it's just like they haven't really been featuring him that much, unless it's on Collision.
right now he's not doing too much. But
He's
It-
going
that
after the tag
doesn't-
titles with his son, Nick Wayne.
that doesn't change the fact that he has become one of pro wrestling's like top heels, probably the top heel of all professional wrestling, like given
He's definitely up there.
the right
Definitely up
time.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like the most underrated. Here comes the ruler. Guess we're gonna find out what he's doing at this show.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's a good question. But most underrated Christian. maybe most surprising Swerve, just because of how great he's become. Because WWE probably would have never let him become who he is now.
I don't think so.
Women wise, Tony Storm.
Tony, yeah.
Just Tony.
Gotta
I
be
mean,
Tony.
Jamie was also a really good signing.
I feel like Athena was one of those women that I looked at like when she first came in, like, oh yeah, got potential. Looking at it years later, I'm like, well, what are we doing?
And then maybe
What were we
second
doing?
Mariah, man, because it ended up
Well,
working.
no. The thing is, like, Athena, she's being booked well in ROH, but it's not translating to AEW. If she was
Because it's
booked
like,
as,
but that's the thing. Tony Khan probably doesn't, in his mind, does not see her
uh,
as being somebody that's on there. I think
That's
another woman
stupid.
that I think had a dominant presence over in AEW, but did it really translate in the ring? Not really. It was dominant. And that's Jade Cargill. Her AEW run was dominant. She didn't really have
Yeah.
any competitive matches.
yeah,
So
I mean, most of them are squashes.
I'm
The
still
only
kind of I seen the news break last week. I'm surprised that Beast Mortos and Mercedes are actually dating. That's probably the
I'ma
most
be-
shocking thing of 2025 right now.
I'm gonna be real though. One of the another top woman signing, Jamie Hayter. She was a nobody basically. Before AEW, she went from obscurity, nobody knew her, went to AEW, surpassed Britt Baker, her partner, and became one of the top stars. In my opinion, the one of possibly the top woman of AEW, like best in ring wise, best
Oh, I'm telling you this by the
woman
end of
wrestler.
by the end of 2026, Obafemi is gonna probably be world champion on main roster. Calling it now.
You said by 2026?
Yeah.
You said what
2026 or
champion?
2027.
Just a champion or
Like if it either he's gonna be US or IC by the end of that next year, or if he is gonna be a world champion, he's holding the world heavyweight championship on Raw.
I mean, that's a good prediction.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Obafemi. I feel like Obafemi is gonna go to the
yeah.
main roster. He's gonna probably either be mid card or world champ next year. Imagine him versus Gunther.
Oh,
Inject
man.
it in my
I get it
veins,
too.
please.
So what do we know? What is he calling out an open challenge? What the hell is this? The hell? This is what we're doing? Inamura, Yoshiki Inamura against Oba.
More.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Okay.
Yeah, that actually makes sense because they did kind of tease that. So, actually, honestly, I'm fine with that because Inamura is a good wrestler and it's something different.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you got a point there.
It should be a good match.
Yeah. Feeling like I can skip Great American Bash now. Like it's no matches that are making me like, oh my gosh, I gotta watch this while I'm
What is
watching.
it? Isn't that the same night as
Same time is all in. Literally the same time.
Same time, yeah. That's all in.
I might double stream it.
Like,
I might just
obviously,
double
we were
stream it.
gonna be watching
I'm gonna double stream it.
all in. Oh,
I mean, I'll be watching both, but it's just like,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yoshi Inamura, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a good wrestler, but
Nope. I know, Leo. I know. Very underwhelming. I know.
yeah.
Very
I was
underwhelming.
expecting somebody shocking or maybe a potential new signing or
Nope.
like somebody that's a free agent or maybe somebody
I
that's
think
from Raw or
Inamura's
SmackDown
good.
or maybe somebody from Raw or SmackDown doesn't have anything to do.
Nope.
Austin Theory.
Nope. Nope. You don't get Austin.
We
Theory.
already did that. Nope.
But who took the pin? Grayson Waller.
Yeah, that don't matter. We already did it. I'm interested in Inamura. I like watching him wrestle, so it,
Rather have Ova versus Lance Anoa'i. Absolutely. Sign me up for that
Mhm.
match. You could have done Hikuleo in NXT if you really wanted to.
Well,
Oh,
apparently
mm.
Hikuleo is.
Well, I know
gonna
he's on the
be-
main roster. He's probably gonna
Yeah.
screw over Jacob and allow
Really?
Solo to win on Night of Champions.
Maybe.
Only took a year.
A year and some change, yeah.
Yep.
Mm. Boy. Oh boy.
How many years Moose has on his contract? I think he's signed until like 2027.
I don't see Moose leaving TNA at this point.
I think he's gonna be a TNA for life for me personally.
Yeah,
But I would love to see him show up in WWE because I think
I would
he
not.
could be something interesting. But I don't know when you have like potentially a lot of giants there already. I don't know how you would fit in. I mean, you have like your Braun Breakers, you have your Bronson Reeds, you're gonna have your Obafimis. Like,
I mean, they did release Braun Strowman,
yeah. So I guess you could.
but
slot
to
him in
be
there.
fair, they probably didn't want to and were probably forced to because Strowman is partially paralyzed.
Worst AEW signing of all time.
I don't know.
The Iron Savages,
I don't know. Yeah,
awful wrestlers.
could be a lot of options there.
But I mean, for the way things are going, given our discussion earlier today, Byron might be.
For me
Mercedes.
personally, it might be a hot take, but I would say maybe Sammy Guevara because the way they
Well,
you look
Sammy
at the
was there.
here's the
First
thing. The reason why I say that is
day
because if you
one.
look at the iteration when they first brought AEW in, and you were talking like the four pillars. Jasper Troy again.
Yes.
I mean, the thing is, Sammy Guevara, was a day
No,
one.
the reason why
right?
no. Okay, back to what I was saying. When you looked at the four pillars, you had Jungle Boy, you had Sammy Guevara, you had Darby Allin, but it's like to me, Sammy Guevara should have been something bigger on the card than he is now. And some of that maybe comes down to maybe some of the things that he may have said online or the things he may have said backstage or
It's
whatever the case
because of what he
is.
said online, Mercedes.
Exactly. So
Just
that's
like
what I'm-
mean,
Camille. We don't see
I
Camille.
think
you know what? Thank you for bringing it up, Byron. That's the worst signing right there. Camille. Camille should be in a world
Camille,
champion
yeah.
right now.
I feel like Camille must like Trump or something, and Mercedes and Tony Khan were like, no, we're not gonna let that happen in our company. Get out, bye, and that was it. I
you
don't
know,
know
thing
what
is-
else.
You know,
She
you
was
know
in
somebody
the
else.
freaking movie Queen of the Ring. I don't get it. Makes no
The
sense.
thing is with I don't know if it's necessarily because of Sammy's comments towards Mercedes online. I mean, maybe it is, but I think it's more so because of maybe Dustin wanted to team up with Sammy Guevara, and Dustin's kind of reaching retirement.
Are they really about that?
Oh.
Put Tatum Paxley with Izzy Dame.
They did tease of putting Tatum in the culling.
Lord Almighty,
That
bro.
would suck, but
Why did you release Shotzi?
and GG, that was stupid.
That was a okay faction that I was actually considering getting behind. And this is what they do. You know who's really the worst signing right now as it stands to me? Megan Bain. Megan Bain right now might be the worst signing right now.
No.
The reason
no.
why is because why? She should be so much bigger than what she is doing. She should be a monster. She should be what Jade Cargill was, or could have been in AEW.
I mean, the thing is, they have these plans for the women's tag titles, that they have created a year ago, apparently, and are ready to use them. And at least she's putting Penelope Ford back on TV. She's elevating Penelope Ford.
Alex, you got a great point. I can see all three of those teams potentially going NXT. I'm gonna be real with you. Private Party might end there next year. Top Flight coming.
Top
Austin
Flight
and
probably,
yeah,
because
all three of those teams are gonna
Top
go in.
Flight, I think Top Flight have not been treated well in AEW
That's the worst booked because they should have been tag team champions by now.
multiple times at least. But I don't know. I'm gonna be real. But I agree with Camille. Camille also awful signing. And another terrible woman signing. Soraya. Soraya has been
Alex, Cedric has signed
so-
with TNA, if I'm not mistaken.
yes.
Cedric signed to TNA.
I don't know how long.
Best
been.
Best thing for him. Best thing for him.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Best thing for him is being in TNA.
I mean, he's in a feud with Mustafa Ali, so I'm interested to see where it goes.
And it looks like they're having Tasha Steelz become a face again.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real though. Regarding Megan Bain, she's putting Penelope Ford back on TV.
I mean, I get that, but it's
and she has a story at least.
I mean,
pretty much.
Yeah, but I guess I'll put it like this:
She's doing
is it the
better
worst
than-
signing? No, but it's kind of
She's
been
booked
underwhelming.
terribly. It's more or
It's
less
because
she's
it's like,
been booked terribly.
like what you should have done
it was too
is
soon with Tony.
you could if you would have had, if you didn't have the Mercedes Moné problem, like you guys were saying earlier,
right?
I would have you could have had her come in, have her go after the TBS title, win that, hold that title for a couple months, then move up to the main event scene and
If
potentially
you
whoever's
wanted-
champion, have her win that.
Right. And if you wanted to have immediately book her as a top girl,
Women
and you
and
wanted
a monster,
and you wanted her to be a heel, honestly, you could have just skipped for discard the match with Tony Storm. I get it, you had to build legitimacy with her, but you could have just went straight to elevating Penelope Ford, helping her get back on TV, giving her something. Alex, please don't remind me.
Keith Lee, oh my god,
He peaked. That's all
he
I can
peaked in
say.
NXT when he was NXT and North American champion.
He got washed.
If he was to come back to WWE, he'd probably be an instant main eventer, probably.
I'm thinking it might just be he can't handle AEW style. I
did see that what's his name? Kyle O'Reilly's contract with AEW is coming up next year.
He's not gonna leave. I don't think so.
It's still kind of that's another missed opportunity with them right there. Kyle O'Reilly should have been NXT champion.
Yeah. Honestly, they should have had
him defeat Balor for it. Because those matches that him and Balor were having was bangers.
Yeah, that it was great, but they honestly, in my opinion, they should have had Cole as NXT champion, and then what's it called?
Defeated Adam to win it. And it's like, think about when they transitioned to 2.0, they could have gave it to him then.
Yep. Nope. They gave him Von Wagner instead. But I don't know what happened with Keith Lee. It's like with Keith Lee, he went from WWE working with main eventers being a top star, having bangers with like Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and then he goes to AEW and he had like an okay tag, like a solid, decent tag run with Swerve, and then once they broke up, it was like he became like one of the worst wrestlers ever. I don't know. Miro Andrade. I don't know. Miro had potential because he was like looking good, but they were just not. I don't think they really had plans with him that much. Andrade, it's weird. Like at first Andrade looked fine, looked decent. Him with LFI was great, but then they broke him away from it, and he had that like issue with Sammy Guevara, backstage fight, and then disappeared until Punk brought Collision, and then because remember, had it not been for Punk, Andrade probably would not have made it back on AEW television.
Oh, that first little feud with Malachi was pretty good though. When they first
Oh,
started
it was
with
so
the
good,
mask.
yeah.
Hated they never really, sucks. Oh man, yeah, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I think they really like. I think Tony Khan was like, I don't really have much for you other than Malachi, so we're just gonna have you be on Collision, making banger matches, compete in the C2, and then you have a feud with Miro, and then you go.
That was a good match too. Damn, forgot about that. Ugh, man,
Ah,
it was decent. It was something.
it
It
was
was something with the
fine.
whole Lana or what was her name?
It
CJ
was a
character.
good story, I think. I would think it was a decent story. I think it was. It wasn't terrible, but it just felt like
It was a fun match. I'll say that. It was
it
fun.
was not
It was fun to
crazy.
me.
Like it was good. It was fine, but they could have been. It could have been better. It could have been better given what we know of Miro and what we know of Andrade. They certainly could have been better, but it was all right.
A quick potty break. Be right back.
I'd be back.
Yeah, we got the Heritage Cup match going on right now, guys. So Tony D and Stacks. Noam Dar is hurt. He had to relinquish the title due to injury. So there you have it. That's how we got here. Looks like we're getting Trick Williams and Joe Hendry at Slammiversary. Looks like we're also going to get guessing Jasper Troy, maybe, and Javon Evans. I don't know. So we'll see. We are moving quickly through NXT. Wow. Already after 9 o'clock. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let us know what you're looking forward to for the rest of the show. We got the Evolution Eliminator, Fatal 4-Way Jordan Grace, Lash Legend. We have, who else is in the match? Not Kalani. Jada Parker, Lash Legend, Jordan Grace, and who the hell is in the other? Who is in the match? Who is in the damn match? Man. Oh, is it Izzy Dane? Yeah, Izzy Dane. That's what it is. Izzy Dane. Izzy Dane. Izzy Dane. Izzy Dane. Izzy Dane.
Am I really seeing AEW commercial?
You're seeing an AEW commercial? Oh shoot!
Yes. While watching NXT.
Gotta love it.
While watching NXT, I'm getting a commercial for AEW.
Gotta love it. So this is a Heritage
Talk about
Cup match.
talk about competition.
Hey man. Hey. They love to counter program each other.
Yeah, they sure love to do that.
All right, so is okay. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing with this whole Tony D'Angelo storyline. I don't know. He seems like somebody that should be on the main roster too, but honestly, I don't even know if they have any room for him on the main roster right now. The hell? All right, so that's 1-1 for the Heritage Cup, which is like their version of, I don't even know, but whatever. Oh, there's Christofino. This show is flying by, though. I will say that, thankfully. I'm just ready for the main event, honestly. Let's see here. Ooh. Oh boy. How many damn rounds is it? It's 5? Round 5? Oh, 6. 6 rounds. Oh boy. I'm trying to figure out, is he going to turn on Tony D? I don't know what we're doing. Oh boy. Oh boy, I love how that just cut out. Yeah, the next match should be the main event. What happened? Joy, what did I miss? The hell? Spear. He gave out. Cradle. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was a weird way to end it. All right. And your new NXT Heritage Cup champion. Man, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Who's that in the back with the gray? Oh boy. JCJ. Oh boy. There's Jordan Cruz. And the main event is up next, thankfully. Okay. Evolve. Let's see here. All right, let's get this main event popping.
Miro wasn't bad for AW. Andrade was as well, but W ain't really doing nothing with them either. So
Honestly, it's just about booking, guys. It's the booking. And you can have great matches, but
Jake
if you're
Hager, I mean, Jake Hager was probably booked better in WWE. I mean,
I was
even though
never a
his run,
JK fan.
Jack Swagger never really did it for me, but it was potential there, especially when he had the We the People gimmick with him and Zeb Coulter. I was okay with it. I mean, overall, I feel like he was booked way better in WWE, considering that he was world champion over there. He was US champion, ECW champion. He's won the Elimination Chamber. He won Money in the Bank.
Oh, no, he was booked really good. I just wasn't a fan.
I still remember when he won the Elimination Chamber by pinning Randy Orton to win it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy.
why?
And then he
But yeah,
won
if
that
you
Money in
could
the
use
Bank.
any song as an interesting, if you were in WWE, if it's a current WWE theme, ooh,
Oof,
any song.
yeah.
Hold on, I actually have a theme song in here that I would use.
Is it the song from the one you listened to last night for WrestleMania? WrestleMania theme song? It's like, nah.
Hey,
I can see you coming up with that.
bro. If I'm a babyface, but I feel like for me, I would probably be like,
I had a crowd singing along like Seth Rollins. Hey.
nah. I think for me, I would need I want something like, I would probably commit to the Judgment Day theme song, the current one, because I feel like that one fits me.
Okay. All right. Hey, I probably would come out to, I don't know, wrestling. If I was wrestling, I don't know what I would come out to. It's a good question. Maybe something retro, but something that gets the crowd going. All right, commercials. Let's get this main event going, please. So I can go to bed. Oh boy, yeah.
Hold on, I gotta pull up a poll. Alex, I seen the poll that you wanted me to do, but you just reminded me I need to do a different poll so I can get your you and my subscribers predictions for Night of Champions. I usually try to do that weekly.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Ethan Page. What's about to happen?
Not calling her sweet cheeks is crazy. What do we got going on?
Oh boy.
Elijah, I hate to break it to you, but you probably about to take the pin in this match. Leo, have you ever met a WWE wrestler? No. The only time I've actually tried was to meet Liv, and that was
Oh
like,
yeah, I remember that.
That was the
Yeah,
first
that
time
was
I tried
crazy.
to meet a wrestler, and I
That was
ended up waking up extremely early and still being late.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy. Like, y'all want to talk about Leo being a Liv fan? I don't know, man. There's some crazier Liv fans out there.
Yeah.
Boy. Joe Hendry and Wesley 1-on-1 next week, so Wesley will lose again, Leo, just like we were talking about.
Were we surprised? No.
No, we're not. No, just letting the people know. Just getting them prepared.
Just getting prepared for what awaits.
Oh, here comes Miss Parker. We about to hear Chicken Head from Lash Legend or whatever the theme song that she got. Oh, this match is gonna be that's 9:35. Yeah, but love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. You gonna be home during the day Thursday, or are you gonna be out and about?
On this week,
Yeah, Thursday. I know Jugs is probably gonna be home.
I should be home.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do it during the day. Possibly the predictions. I'll let you know though. I'll know tomorrow about you for sure.
I got you.
Yeah, try to do those
Miss
predictions.
Parker. Miss Parker.
There you go. There you go. So it is nice. Just take the pen. Yes, Alex, you are correct. Great.
Okay,
great
when
comment.
are we gonna put a title on Jada? Like, what are we doing?
They don't know what they're doing with her, Leo. She should have been the one to beat Stephanie if they wanted to have someone beat her, honestly.
At this point, I feel like she might need to be the one to defeat Saruka if it's not
Or
gonna be Zarya.
or Ruka if it's not Zarya. You're right. But you know WWE, they love to take their time with those heel turns, so we don't know what they're gonna do with that.
And I don't think they're gonna put on main roster right now.
Nah, they're not. Honestly, they should have just had her win the North American title. Oh, man. So enjoy more 2K DLC content. Yes, Izzy Dame is definitely taking the pen. I agree.
I was gonna say probably either Izzy is taking the pin or
Because Jada Parker better not take the pen or
No.
Lash Legend.
I feel like Lashley's about to take the pin because he's the more cockiest one.
Yeah, and it seems like they don't know how to book her. Like 1 week she's winning, then she's losing. It's like, is she going to be the dominant, Goliath woman, or is she just going to be I don't know. I don't know what she's going to be. Yeah. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. We are in the main event. Evolution Eliminator Fatal 4-Way winner faces JC Jane and Evolution. We'll have our first match official for Evolution, and it'll be from NXT. Look at that. There you go. Cannot wait to see. Hopefully this match is pretty solid, but we shall see. That's why we watch.
If they were both in their prime and you had Undertaker versus Sting, who do you honestly think would win? I think Undertaker. Yeah, I think Undertaker probably would still win. I think the match would be really good, but I I think Sting would be very interesting. 'Cause I think that's a match that I would love to see happen, but unfortunately that can't happen unless you have 2K. So, yeah.
Take up to 20% off Lundstiller Chevy Silverados during our summer savings days. With financing as low as 2.9%. Save $11,000 on Silverado heavy-duty pickups right now at Lundstiller Chevrolet in Westminster.
Oh yeah, I see the AEW commercial now.
Another match that I would love to have seen if the timeline would have aligned and whatnot. I would love to see Demon Finn Balor when he was actually booked correctly versus Undertaker. That would have been a great passing of the torch type of moment if they were to do so. But the timelines kind of didn't really align. But I mean, the match that he had with AJ was really cool for a retirement like match and whatnot. And it was a great cinematic match as well. So I can't
Like
really
you said,
say too much.
maybe they eventually do Finn and AJ in some sort of WWE version of the Bullet Club or the Club. Maybe.
Well, apparently like I was talking to Key earlier. He was like saying they might do Finn, AJ, Liv, and JD if they have Finn become a face.
I could see, like I said, I could see some sort of version. It would be new. It would be fresh. It would be what AJ and Finn deserves because they have been both misbooked a lot.
I even said it. I even said like a couple years ago before Finn Balor won the tag titles. I think the perfect person that win the tag titles would have been AJ.
Right. Hell, if they had another person from New Japan, maybe they want to bring back or bring in, sure. I mean, if the Good Brothers were there, that would work, but they're not there anymore.
I mean, you could probably get away with probably using JD and maybe do Roxanne in it as a woman. But even though I feel like it would have been a full circle thing if you would have had Liv in it, because if you remember in 2022 when the journey first took form and you had Rhea, Damian, and Edge, you had Liv, AJ, and Finn. I mean, it would be full circle kind of if you were to do that.
Yeah. So I said it could be something. We'll see.
NXT is about to be over, so I ain't got too much murder.
No, I'm just sleepy, man. I mean, and it doesn't help. The show has been pretty boring, but yeah, I'm very sleepy.
You're not wrong.
Very sleepy. Got an early day tomorrow, and then AEW. What a draft in AEW. I'm actually, like I said, looking forward to this match. It's the one thing I'm actually looking forward to on the show. See what they do. Roman Rock. Maybe we could. Maybe.
They were playing WrestleMania 42, Steve again.
Yes. Thank you.
Love to see it.
Appreciate it.
Hey, we appreciate it, Alex. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we do we can, man. A lot of these shows are hit or miss, so we try and do what we can.
We're about to get another commercial break, and then this match ends.
Yeah.
Can't they just let Chase U say what they want? Stop blurring it out, please.
Yeah. Oh boy. Leslie and Joe Hendry, Miles Bourne, Lexus King, and Jasper Troy versus Inamura for the number one contendership for Oberfin. Okay.
Okay, so we got winner faces Obafemi at Great American Bash. We have Jasper Troy versus Inamura.
I feel like Javon
Next-
Evans is going to get involved, so then we'll get Javon and then Jasper and then Inamura and Oba.
Yeah.
And then probably Ricky and Ethan in some sort of stipulation match. And
And
then
we
the
got
winner
Miles
of this.
Bourne. We got Miles Bourne versus Lexus King next week.
Miles Bourne. They're building him up too, so I just hope they don't give the momentum they were giving to Javon to Miles Bourne. Even though Miles Bourne is good, he just because I feel like they may try to have him built up to beat maybe, I don't know, maybe Ethan or someone. I don't know.
Dude, like, yeah, I like you said, I think I'm not saying Miles Bourne can't be built up if they were to book it right. Just have Miles Bourne be the one to take the title from Ethan Page.
Yeah, let Javon get
That'd be a great way to kickstart his push, and he could do Javon for the NXT.
Damn, Raw starts at 6 this week. I just thought about that.
Have you guys noticed this NXT crowd tonight is so quiet? Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, they are feeling like we're feeling, sitting on their hands, waiting for it to be over.
I'm not a fan of Last Legends theme song. I'm gonna be
It
honest.
sounds
with
like
y'all.
Chicken Head. Sounds like Chicken
Yeah.
Head. And I don't know what her character is supposed to be. She comes out in a robe, and she's like, I don't know. She's like a mix of, I don't know, man. The buff. What is he? The bougie bar? What is she? Bougie bully?
Like
I
a
don't
bougie Barbie or something like that.
know what the hell is supposed to be. It's like she's a black Tiffany Stratton kind of thing, mixed with like a.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Like a Raquel Rodriguez or a big woman. I don't know.
Not like a Bianca or a Jade Cargill though.
I don't know, man.
Have you? So I did see that Raw is gonna start at what 5 o'clock, apparently.
Yeah, 6 o'clock my time, 5 o'clock your time, because they're taping 2 episodes.
It's a double taping, I believe, right?
Yeah, because for Friday is a holiday, which I will not be here for. I keep telling people enjoy that time with your families, everybody. So no one's going to be watching wrestling. July 4th is SmackDown, a Friday night, but that's the tape show. That's the show they're taping.
I mean, we'll probably watch it, but
I'm not streaming it because I probably won't be here 4th of July on a Friday. Probably won't be here. I'll be doing something. Not wrestling.
Don't we have a WWE show next day or something like that? We got Evolution or something like that. I thought we had something the next day.
Nothing that weekend. The week after is Saturday Night's Main Event.
Okay.
So, yeah, we still got.
Alex says I actually saw Lash Legend when she was a college basketball player. Play a few games. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, that's what they bill her. She's like the former athlete turned wrestler. I don't know. We about to find out.
What's good, Jerry?
What's going on, everybody?
NXT.
I'm trying to see what's gonna happen on this damn NXT Fatal 4-Way.
Oh, I don't know, man, because the champion is a heel, so it's
Well, we know Jordan Grace is probably gonna win it, but I don't think Jordan Grace is gonna even win.
I don't think so.
Because they're building a Mariah May to be the one to take the title, so I think that's the long term game that they're doing.
At this point, for real, just give it to Jordan Grace, and then Jordan Grace can lose it like not like Stephanie how she lost it, but just lose it. But I mean, at least say that have that under her belt, because all the big stars have that NXT title under their belt. Might as well give it to her.
Usually, yeah. And then on the main roster, it's kind of just up in the air what they're going to do with the women's side of things, or at least on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because I know they're probably going to give Jade the win. And then we'll just do Jade and Tiffany at SummerSlam, and then we just have Naomi cash in.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. And then they're probably going to do Rhea and Io at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Okay, there's Jada Parker. Your girl. Let's see if they finally do something.
I'm back.
Alex says, Leo, have you started the Liv Morgan Worldwide Fan Club yet? Unfortunately, I do not have the credentials to get it started just yet. I still have some things to do.
Miss Parker. Yes, I'm a Jada Parker fan.
We just hoping they finally do something with her.
Yeah. No, seriously, I hope they do.
But yeah, 7 months is crazy for her to be out of action though.
Who's out of action for 7 months?
Liv is gonna be out for 7 months.
Oh wow, jeez.
Yeah, so they already said she had to get surgery, so she's not coming back until January.
Yeah.
Okay, in time for the Rumble.
Time for the Rumble. Yeah.
How does that make you feel, brethren?
I mean, if they do it right, I could see Roxanne winning the title, and then maybe we do Liv and Roxanne at Mania. That'd be something new, fresh, and exciting. I can actually get behind it.
It's crazy because, Jerry, the thing is, they had to essentially rewrite all of Evolution
And
because
somewhat
Liv
of
got hurt.
SummerSlam.
You had to rewrite all of it just because
All of Evolution because
and a little bit of SummerSlam as well. Because she was going to be heavily focused on SummerSlam and
because she had
because she was involved, and then she was even supposed to be at Night of Champions this weekend. She was supposed to be facing Io for the title, but that's not going to happen because they're doing Rhea and Raquel in a street fight at Night of Champions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably get Asuka, Io at SummerSlam.
That won't be bad.
Because the thing is, Liv was supposedly supposed to be involved with Io, Nikki Bella, and the Judgment Day storyline. So
she was involved in like 3 storylines at one time.
Storylines.
So now they have to rework all those 3 storylines until she gets back.
Right.
Not 3 storylines at one time.
Yeah.
Oh, they on commercial again. Good Lord.
Oh, here we go with the commercial.
There's like 3 commercials just in this damn match alone.
It's about to be the last commercial, hopefully.
Someone comes out, commercial. Some other people come out, commercial. They start the match. Then you go into a commercial. Then midway through the match again, you get another commercial. And that's probably it.
They need to stop with all these commercials, man.
They want the money, man. Just like why they going to Saudi.
Just wait till Saturday Night Main Event.
Right. Just like they going to Saudi in the middle of potential, unrest. Yeah, we want the money. We don't care.
Byron, like what I was saying in the y'all podcast episode with you and Wolf, y'all thought when Becky was holding two belts was bad. Y'all thought when Bayley was holding 2 belts was bad.
I didn't care. I straight up didn't care.
No, people thought when Bayley and Becky were holding 2 titles was bad. Oh, wait till Mercedes gets that world championship. It's about to be 7 titles.
Yeah, man.
I don't understand. You know what?
6 because the Owen belt is gonna be replaced by.
I'm gonna give you an upset. I don't think she wins.
You think
she
Tony
better not?
Win?
She better not.
She's winning.
I think Tony wins.
No, she's not.
But it's like if you have Tony win, it's like who else do you really have?
Yeah, Mercedes is winning.
I mean, and I think the story is there. If you have Mercedes win, You have this
Statlander.
casino battle royal. If you do the casino battle royal, have Willow win that. Have Willow win the casino and do Willow.
No.
Mercedes.
Even better. Not even Willow. Have Athena win.
I was gonna say Athena. You got Megan
Athena's not gonna
Thane.
win.
You
Megan
got
Thayne's not
you
gonna
got
fight on that
options
either.
for people.
It'll-
Just because Mercedes loses doesn't mean the end of the world.
Hell, the thing is, even if you want
No,
us
it's not that.
to
It just-
feel better about her, since earlier we called her the worst signing in AEW history, you can have Camille come back and have her win the title, and then cash
No,
in on.
Camille must
I'm not
like Trump
saying-
or something. She has to like Trump. That's why she's not. But she has to. That's the only thing I think of. Like,
Well,
she
I
has
don't think
to.
that matters. I
It
think
does.
there's
Mercedes
plenty-
Mercedes
I think
is
there's plenty of people in AEW
Here's the
that
thing,
like
it's not-
Bobby. Bobby likes Trump. So.
The
They
thing
don't say
is,
it out
I'm not
loud.
saying
Yeah.
that it will be the end of the world if Mercedes loses, but I think AEW, at least Tony Khan, in my personal opinion, has put a lot of his eggs in the Mercedes Moné basket. And it
Yeah.
seems like nobody else has kind of been a factor or been much of a focal point or anything. So it's like,
But the
I
thing
can't
is,
just sit here
it
and-
can't be just Tony Khan, because this involves like 4 or 5 other promotions, pretty big promotions.
I'm
Like-
gonna try Alex to go to NXT when they come to my city on the 22nd. I'll see.
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
not
Tower of
sure.
Doom spot. Tower of Doom spot.
Logically, it can't be just it's what's it called? The promoters, the writers.
Leo,
like,
do you watch
no,
Chris
she has
Van
her
Vliet?
own writer.
I actually do. I watch Chris Van Vliet. I watch JD from NY. I watch a lot of these different podcasters. So
The hell?
Oh yeah, it's gotten what's it called? The problem with Mercedes has gotten so bad that I have to end up agreeing a bit with JD from NY, who I think is an absolute idiot.
Really, you don't like JD?
I mean,
No,
JD was the
I
first
think he's
person that
stupid.
said I watched this past week. He said Liv's winning the Rumble in 2026. I didn't even say it until after that.
I think JD tends to be a complete
I mean,
idiot.
JD's funny though. JD,
Yeah,
he's
when
funny.
he goes off, and then the New York comes out, man. That joint is funny.
When he starts yelling, oh my
Yeah.
god.
He says
see,
some
I
just
think, what was it?
outright stupid
When he,
things.
especially
though.
when he be ranting about AEW, bro. Especially with Mercedes.
Yeah, like it's. I think I find it like bizarro timeline that what's it called? It's really bad when I have to agree with JD from NY somewhat.
Oh boy, Tower of Doom spot. Oh boy.
But I liked Byron's idea, which was someone wins the women's casino gauntlet match that they do at All In, and then they cash in on Mercedes.
Wolf, I feel like they may do that with Darby though. They may have Darby win and cash in.
Bro, no.
Moxley's gonna
That'd be
win.
wild.
Moxley's gonna beat
No.
Hangman. Everyone's gonna be
No.
pissed off. And then
Please don't
Darby's
do
gonna
that.
win.
No.
And Tony's gonna be like, I
I-
told you guys
No.
all along. That was my story. Remember when he got thrown down the stairs?
All right. No,
Long-term booking.
Hey,
That's what he's gonna say.
at
For the women-
least
for the
we
women-
won't have to see
For the
Moxley
women,
as
I'm gonna be real with
champ.
you.
I just want
For the
Hangman to win.
women, it needs to be Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale needs to win that gauntlet match and cash in on Mercedes and potentially beat Mercedes for the women's championship.
You know what? I like that idea. I like what if she doesn't beat Tony. I'm sorry, if she beats Tony, Willow has to be the one to beat her.
When she beats Tony, not if. When.
But the men, it's more like
I think they're
unpredictable
going to
as
throw
first
a
they do.
curveball, Byron. I think they're going to throw a
The
curveball.
curveball will be Moxley retaining, and everyone will be pissed off. Then Darby. will
You know what I
cash in.
think?
That'll be the curveball.
Okay, here's the thing. If we
I
have
think Darby
Hangman,
will
if we
screw
have
Moxley,
Hangman,
no, just
if
help.
Hangman is going to be winning this title at All In, the person that probably should win the casino, Ricochet. Let Ricochet be the first challenger potentially. He needs
Against
something.
Hangman?
Well,
Yeah.
apparently he's getting a group.
You know, I've really wanted Ricochet and Swerve one more time because we only had them twice.
Wow. But that's who takes the pin? Oh, gosh. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna wait
Uh-oh.
till Leo gets there.
Uh-oh.
Leo, are we like cursing people or something?
Uh-oh.
Like, are we cursing people by mentioning
Oh,
they
no.
deserve better, and then they hear us and they just like, nope, we're gonna have them take the pin. Nope, we're gonna shut these geeks up.
Did Jada take the pin?
Yes,
Oh my god, no!
clean,
Clean,
middle of the
no.
ring from Jordan's finisher.
Oh, Jordan won. Yeah, that's not surprising. Again, I don't understand why they put Jada Parker in this position.
So
They're setting.
Izzy
they're
Dane
setting-
couldn't take the pin.
Wait a minute. I don't get mad at that because she took 2 finishers.
No, but it's like Dre. They clearly have nothing for her. Like every time she's in something, she's
She
taking the
should
pin.
not like.
She's taking the pin, not just losing.
I'm-
She's taking the pin every time. Remember the
I'm-
4-way championship match? Taking the
Oh
pin.
nah, bro. No, hey.
I'm
Jordan
gonna
Grace
be.
didn't even-
All right,
Who's
all
this?
right.
Jordan
I'm
Grace
gonna-
didn't even hit her finisher.
That was like a
What about-
blue thunder bomb. And it wasn't even her finisher. It was like a signature move.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. In fact, I might get racism allegations again. For the second time in the day. Jada Parker should not be in the position that she is right now.
No,
She's not- She's not ready.
She's not ready, but they're booking her terribly. Like what the hell?
They're setting her up. They're setting her up.
She's basically their version of Jey Uso, and they're doing nothing with her because she's over.
Okay.
No,
I
she's
get
not
what
even-
you. No, I agree with Byron. I think she's over.
She
But
just
I also
doesn't.
agree. I also agree.
She's not
with
bad.
But
Wolf
like,
that
if they would have
she's
really
not-
tried,
she's not bad, but she's not ready.
She's
yet.
not main event NXT level.
They should have
no.
just gave her the North American title. Like
Right.
that
I
should have been
agree.
her
They-
title.
I feel like
could-
I
would
feel like
say
even
her-
then, here's the thing though, Dre. They have an opportunity if they really wanted to have Jada Parker be the one to defeat
But
Ruka
she's
for the title.
she's more ready than JC Jane, who has the fucking title. I'll give
Yeah.
her
Oh
that.
yeah. I agree with that.
So that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. Like,
Yeah, like at one point
Okay,
I
so
would
the
have
first
said
match,
JC
the first
Jane
match,
could have
first match has been confirmed for Evolution. It'll be JC versus Jordan Grace.
JC versus Jordan. Yeah.
I feel like that could have just been Jordan and Stephanie, but whatever.
I'll be
That would have been
honest.
a better match.
Look, I slightly get it because like JC at one point did deserve it. I think they kind of took too long to pull the trigger though.
All right, we'll
Because-
start things off. Got anything as we wrap it up?
I didn't really care for NXT today. I'm probably not gonna care for tape show where we know Joe Hendry versus Wesley. Gee, I wonder who's gonna win.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna be honest, NXT's not hitting for me. It's hit or miss. With more miss. Actually, no, it has more hits than Raw at least. I don't know. It doesn't feel consistent. I don't think it's like in a horrendous state, but it's not the same. 2 years ago, it was easily the best weekly
Mhm.
show. No questions asked, no debate. The best kind of wrestling. And then last year was good. Even was good. Like the only like it only became like god awful when they broke up Chase U, but then like which was like the last month of 2024. Now it's just like it's not the same. It is what it is.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Leo. I'll let you rock
I'm
out.
gonna be real with y'all. I mean, for me, NXT tonight was kind of lackluster, and I'll be honest with you. I mean, usually I'm looking forward to NXT, but this week it just wasn't hitting for me. I mean, there was like maybe 1 or 2 bright spots, kind of for me. I mean, the Jasper Troy and Javon Evans storyline looks like that's gonna be something that I could sink my teeth into. I mean, Obafemi, I mean, he's gonna be defending the title, but we know how that's gonna end. We knew Jordan Grace was gonna win. I'm still kind of surprised that they had Jada Parker be the one to take the pin when you had literally Last Legend to potentially take the pin, or you can have Izzy Dame to be the one to take the pin, but you had Jada Parker, who's somebody who should be one of your champions in NXT right now. If it's not your NXT Women's Champion, your North America Champion, at least at the bare minimum. But you can't even do that, and then you having her be put in these big roles on these shows. What if it's going after the North American title or in contention for the title or the women's title? She's in contention for it, but when they have these number of contendership matches, she's the one taking the pin, and it kind of makes her look like, well, we can't buy into the idea of a Jada Parker winning a title because she can't even win qualification matches to get her in a spot for it. So it kind of looks kind of weird if you ask me, but it is what it is. But like I said, it was overall for me personally, it was kind of lackluster overall for the show tonight. The story between Ethan Page and Ricky Saints continues. I guess they'll finish that feud at Great American Bash. That seems like that's going to be the play. But other than that, I don't really have much else to say. My channel is kicking it with you guys to do wrestling content. More content will be on the way. I do have my predictions coming up this week. I'm going to be reacting to my subscribers' predictions for Night of Champions tomorrow. Before I will be streaming AEW and the NBA draft, so you guys stay tuned for that. But before that, I will be with the Rated M Wrestling. We'll be talking different things from WrestleMania to Night of Champions and other things as well. So you guys come by, stay tuned, because we will have a great discussion tomorrow night. So you guys stay tuned for that.
Appreciate it. Wolf, real quick, let people know we work together. What's your channel?
Yeah. My channel is Wolf Den Wrestling Podcast. Earlier today, I did a discussion podcast episode with Mr. God's favorite host, Byron, where we talked about, does Mercedes Moné have a Hogan problem? TLDR, yes. Yeah, so that's about 45 minutes. Go on, check that out and enjoy it. And as for this NXT, yeah, they are setting her up, but I don't know. I don't understand it, but it is what it is.
Go ahead, Dre. Any final thoughts?
Usually I have an issue with Jada Parker taking the pin, but for this one, because it was 2 finishers on her, I don't have as much of an issue, but I will say that they got to do something with her. Like Leo was saying, you can't have her keep taking pins or put her in position and then not pull the trigger. At some point in time, you have to pull the trigger, because then it's at that point, we're not going to believe that she's championship material. I think that she has the, like you said, I think, Byron, you made a great comparison with her and Jey Uso. She has the fan support, but I think, like Wolf also said, she's not quite ready. I think her and Trick are kind of almost in similar positions, though. I mean, you might be like, what are you talking about, Dre, when he's the TNA champion? But they haven't put the NXT championship behind him, and he's kind of like, he had support, but it's kind of faded off, and that's why I feel like Jada Parker might be in that realm of it may start to fade off.
I'm being a little honest now. I might offend someone, probably Dre. Jada Parker, to me, she's not that good. She's not, like, I don't think she's at the level they're pushing her. Like, it's forced. I mean, is she better? Is she better than JC Jane? Yeah, I guess. But like,
yeah, that was forced.
But like, that's only to me, that's only because JC has completely cooled off. Like had JC not been cooled off completely, I would have easily still said JC was better than Jada. But right now, they're not putting the effort that, like, they're forcefully pushing Jada Parker and even Lola Vice to this main event level in NXT, and let's be honest, we know why people like them.
Okay. I wouldn't say force.
Leo?
I wouldn't say, Jada Parker is like bad or anything. I just like they don't really put her in a position to where she can really thrive like she should. Like she has a presence to her. She has the social media aspect to her as well. The fans really love them. So Jada Parker, they're always singing her song. People literally want to see her every single week, but it becomes a issue where it's like you give us what we want, but we want the fans also made it clear that they want to see her be a focal point of NXT. They want to see her in the title picture. They want her to see become champion, have her have these high profile feuds, but we can't. We're just having a conversation where she just keeps losing when she should be racking up wins. At this rate, I would not be surprised if within the next couple of months, Lola Vice is in a contention to become NXT champion. And let's be honest, Lola Vice is another name that should be in these high profile matches, but they don't do anything with them.
But the problem is, like Jada, Lola is not ready whatsoever.
I agree with you, but it's almost like who is ready, because the people that we think they're gonna get it, like Jordan, they throw a curveball and don't have her,
and they call them up,
or they do
now they've
like,
lost all their stars. They have lost all their stars in.
Yeah, because when you brought it, I feel like it's kind of been one of those things where it's like the roster has kind of been depleted when you brought up the people like Roxanne and you brought up people like Julia and Stephanie's of the world, and then you have your Jada Parker still there. Cora Jade's gone.
But see, that was. I know, Byron, you were trying to.
No, go ahead.
But I think what was weird is that you can't call up Roxanne, Stephanie, Julia all at the same time when it's like I think you call up Roxanne, you let Julia, Stephanie, you build Jordan, you had something there, and like that was your next core group, and then maybe in a year or two, then you call them up, and then the Jadas, the Lola Vices of the world, they're ready to be that next core group. That's how it's supposed to be. But it's almost like when Vince McMahon was just like calling. I mean, Triple H would call up these these guys to the main roster, and then Vince McMahon wouldn't do shit with them. And that's where it's kind of like the same cycle we're seeing all over again. So I'm saying that like I'm not saying that you're wrong in your takes, but I'm saying that what Leo was saying, they're kind of like they don't have much to work with.
They don't, and it's like a lot of the names that you said. Like
if you wanted Stephanie to like strap the rocket to Stephanie, call her up as soon as possible, that's fine. Stephanie is ready. I mean, to be fair, all three of those women were ready. Roxanne has been there long enough. Stephanie is just naturally fits
for her to be on the main roster.
For her to be on the main roster, you could have afforded to keep Julia down there. You could have.
But the thing is, it's like a lot of the talent that they have are not main event ready. Like you have people like your Jada Parkers, who should be North American champion. You have your Lola Vices. You have your Kalani Jordans, but none of those women come off to me as main event where they should be in the main event title.
And now you're possibly considering calling up Jordan Grace after completely slaughtering her presentation.
And then you have Mariah May, who just arrived there, and I feel like there's gonna be an opportunity to add more women. Because Trey, I don't know if you know this or not, but as it stands right now, Athena, aka Ember Moon's contract with AEW is supposed to be ending at some point this year.
And I would love to see Amber Moon back there, but do you put her in NXT or do you put her in the main roster?
Main roster. Have her go to the main roster, because now that you have,
she would get lost on the main roster.
No.
That's my
too much time in NXT.
It is a fear. It is a fear. But what I think you do, you put her on the main roster. You have her go after the mid-card titles right now, especially with them having two. You put her in there with some potential names. I think Julia and Ember Moon can have a great match. Her and Stephanie can have a great match. Her and Rhea can have a great match. New talent that she may have not got to work with her first time around.
But the thing is with WWE right now is like they have the talent and they just don't.
And if you want to keep the women's tag titles as a thing, just but pair her up with Nia Jax again.
Look, they have they have potential and they got people. And they have the championships. They have everything they could want.
Yep.
It's just that they just don't book it properly.
Right.
Those tag titles. The last time they had even a little emphasis of like care when you had Jade and Bianca. But it was like, who do you face?
Yep.
Even Liv and Roxanne aren't a bad tag team. You've got dude, I remember when they had Sasha and Bailey. Like
you had Iconics at one point. Now Iconics are back in TNA. Iconics are back in TNA.
Great.
I think that killed it. Like that, and then what was the other move they had at Australia when they had the tag team that won the tag titles? Jade and Bianca.
Unholy Union.
Yeah, when stuff like that happens, it's like, come on, them or the Iconics, like it's just bad timing with some of this stuff, and when that happens, it's like the momentum is just shot. So,
yes, well, we appreciate everybody. We'll be here tomorrow for the NBA draft, AEW, and make sure you hit the like button, hit the bell. Check out Leo at Kicking It with Leo. Show him some love, and of course, the Wolf Den Wrestling Podcast as well. Shout out to Wolf, and of course, here on the Flex Zone, hit the like button, subscribe button, hit the bell. Getting out of here, guys. Have a good night. Thank you for watching. Peace.